What's up, everyone? This is on the spot open. Welcome into the show, everyone. As you can probably see, Ricky's having a panic attack over there. I'm having a panic attacks.
It has been a shit show of a 20 minutes, Soapy. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, I've got the tweet all written up. I'm ready to go. Then Streamlabs is like, nope, we're not going to go live. I figured out it's because Streamlabs, if you're watching, I know you're not, but if you're watching, how hard is it to put a character count in while you're doing, like, the thing? But all it said was, could not connect. Didn't tell me it was the title. Just said, nope. Couldn't connect. So I'm thinking I have to restart my computer. Then when I did, Discord was like, oh, we don't recognize your microphone. I thought I couldn't hear Soapy. Soapy's like, nah, bro, I can't hear you. And then right as we go live, I'm like, damn it, they can't hear me because I have to set up my mic to get picked up. But yeah, welcome into the shit show, which is White Men Can't Dumb. And already, Soapy, the smartest show on the
living
internet,
up to the name.
It's proven that we can dumb pretty well. But we are back for our last show of the week. We're rounding out the week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, rounding it out on a feel-good Friday. Got some light news for you guys. Not going to go as long as we did last time, but if you're new to the show, I am Ricky Widmer. To the side of me is my wonderful co-host, Soapy Muffin.
Hey,
Soapy, how you feeling on this Friday? I'll say this, almost thought we weren't going to have a show because you told me earlier we weren't going to have a show.
yeah. So the idiots at my job didn't factor in how bad the roads were gonna get when we got our snowstorm. Where I'm the only person who fucking showed up.
Yeah.
So it was 3 people in the whole building. It was me, the receptionist, and the vet that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
And I was stuck there until 6 o'clock. Oh, that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, mind you, that wasn't as late as I was supposed to stay. I was supposed to stay until 8:30.
Yeah.
But mind you,
I'm glad you
I'd
didn't.
be still at work.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't because when you were like, yeah, I'm getting off early, we can do a show, I was like, yes. Yes, we get to end the week the right way, Soapy. We get to end
Absolutely.
it with a show. Here's the thing about this show. You and I have D&D at 8 o'clock. A D&D group that we run. Well, you run. I'm in it. So some of these might get pushed to Monday. Like most of the ones that I put on there might get pushed to Monday just because if I want to spend time and talk about it, basically we'll push it to the good old Monday. But let's start the show out with a little bit of housekeeping. Number one, if you want to join the MVP Discord, it is free. It is the greatest community on the universe. You can talk to everyone, fans, Soapy, I, Dave, Jake, we're all in there. Down below, that's where you go ahead. That's where you join the MVP Discord. If you want to support us, patreon.com/MVPvids, so you can go ahead and do that. And then also, if you want to stay in tune with what the show is doing, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. So you're always notified when we go live and when we post videos here on the channel. But Soapy, first thing we're talking about today, it would not be the world if we did not have a good gate going on.
Oh, man.
Watergate,
you know you're in a good
Pizzagate,
year when there's gate.
Like, there's something with a gate. Everyone loves a good gate. And in the TV universe, it's BenderGate. And we were all excited. The Discord, I think it was last week, we posted an article. Oh my God, they're bringing the Futurama Revival. It's coming back. You know, we're getting to the time where my childhood now is getting revivals and new episodes of stuff. However, they will be without one key cast member, as this is from Collider.com. John DiMaggio, who brought the alcoholic robot Bender to life in every Futurama episode, won't be back for the recently announced series Revival. According to a statement published by DiMaggio on Twitter, the reason is that Hulu refused to negotiate proper payment for all returning cast members. He also said in a Twitter statement, he explained that he's decided not to go back to the series because Hulu refuses to pay the voice actors. As he put it, I don't think only I deserve to be paid more. I think the entire cast does. And while his former colleagues accepted Hulu's terms for the revival, DiMaggio felt he couldn't do the same because he's tired of an industry that's become far too corporate and takes advantage of artists' time and talent. Soapy, as I always do, what do you think?
Yeah, see, I think this is a really interesting situation because obviously, with him being so far as we know the only one who has turned down the return,
Yeah.
I think it puts it in a weird situation of where obviously like we've seen if anyone who's scrolled through BenderGate on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen like a lot of people are divided on it of where a lot of people are like, oh, HBO just or not HBO, Hulu pay him more, pay everyone else more. Then you get the other half of like, fuck it, the show can go on with a new Bender. Everyone can do like a lot of people can do a Bender voice. Or like it feels really weird because it feels everything's like divided now. Where like normally with Gates, it's like a one-sided affair of like, all right, like we know this guy fucking did it. We're just trying to see how much we could say they did it. At this point, this Gate is just like, oh, okay, like is this just kind of like a fuck it and move on Gate, or is this like a like yeah, like of course pay him more. Like obviously, I am always for voice actors in general, if they're not already making fucking a shit ton of money, of making more because obviously not everyone can do what they do. And it's the fact of like I'm interested to hear what your thoughts on it are as well as I mute so the train doesn't fucking blow everyone's eardrums out.
For me, I'm kind of divided. And the reason why I'm divided is because, like, I feel like this is hey, I don't think I'm getting paid enough. But I don't want to say just me. I think I'm going to say everyone. Because the thing that I was looking through while you were talking, Soapy, is like the other voice actors. Like, what are they doing right now? Well, you've got Billy West, who's done Disenchantment, which is on Netflix. He's got Goblin Animated, which is going to be a TV series that he's in. He's been in Family Guy episodes, Splitting Image. He was in Scoob, the movie. Like, he's been doing things. You've got, I don't know if the chick from who played Leela is in things like Rebel, Dead to Me, Nana. These are all in the last like 3 years. Then you have like, basically my point is, if you're coming off as a fan or like fans like us, it's, yes, you should get paid. Like, we don't want actors and either voice or actual actors to get kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Screwed over in their payments. Like, they should get paid what they deserve. But there's a fine line with this where I could totally understand where someone comes into this and goes, oh, you just want more money. You're just using the guise of everyone else does. And how do you do this to the fans? How do you not come back and do it for the love of the show? Especially someone like John DiMaggio, who, let's say he's done pretty well for himself in his acting career. He's not just Bender, but I think he was also a voice in a really big DC movie called Under the Red Hood. Played, I don't know, the Joker in that one. He's also been in a TV series, I don't know if you've heard of it, Soapy, called Adventure Time. Real small series, like real small stuff. So like, there's a part of me that wants to go that route and be like,
absolutely tiny.
Yeah, the tiniest of series. But like, part of me wants to go that route and say, well, it's a revival. You should be able to like come back and say, hey, I'm doing this for the fans. Because how many of these, and I'm not saying like I know for sure because I don't, but it'd be interesting to see how many of these voice actors really need to get paid more. And like you kept saying before we went live, I would love to see what the actual offer was by Hulu. Did they lowball them?
Yeah, like I mean, and that's the thing. And obviously, I would probably say, and now granted, I don't know all the cast by name.
Yeah.
But like John is the one that I recognize the most.
You've got, I'll just name them. Billy West played Fry. Katie Siegel played Leela. Tress MacNeille played Linda. Phil Lamar played Hermes. Lauren Tom was Amy Wong. David Herman was Scruffy. Frank Walker was Nibbler. And I can't find the professor. I think wasn't the professor also Billy West, but basically that's the main ones.
Yeah, but like I would say out of all of those, he is the biggest name. So obviously, like I do think like okay, he deserves a little bit more of a rub for how much money he should get.
Yeah.
My only thing just with it is, and it's like you alluded to, of like I want to see what the offer was on the table, and like kind of compare it to like the other things he's been offered in the past that he's taken. Now, granted, obviously in the past depends on how far back you go. Like I would probably say he's been pretty busy. He's been in quite a few things the last year, where like it's just that's my main thing with it right now. Of where it's like I want to see what he considers him and the other voice actors being lowballed.
Yeah.
Because like, and for instance, and obviously, and this is probably out there, and I probably just sound like an idiot when I say it. Like, do we know the budget of what the Futurama remake is?
I have not seen anything about it, but yet again, I don't think that information has been privy to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Because like that's a big thing of like what people are divided about though is the whole situation of it. Like the big thing with this is how much do you take John DiMaggio at his word? Like how much do you trust him that this is really like a white knight thing of I am fighting for my fellow cast members, or is this hey I'm a little greedy but I'm going to use my fellow cast members so it don't look as bad?
Yeah. So I looked it up. I couldn't find anything about the budget. Like I think that's just the main thing is just how much money do they have on the table for the show.
Yeah.
If they have quite a bit, obviously we know Hulu has thrown money at companies before to really put stuff into it. And obviously, once again, you know, like obviously everything will kind of become more clear once we know the budget. Like I think it's a lot of people like, and I'm not bashing anyone who's on John's side. I'm not bashing anyone who was on Hulu's side. I think it's we need to see what the overall budget of the show is itself.
Yeah.
Because for instance, like they may not have as big of a budget as some people may think. Because obviously, like reboots tend to probably most of the time not work out that well. Because obviously everyone has nostalgia. Like for instance, I have nostalgia for Futurama. Love that show. Every time I come home from school, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter which episode was on, I was watching it. But like for instance, I always have, you know, nostalgia about it, but like for instance, you know, like is it going to be the same when it comes back? There's always that little bit of like thought in your head. Maybe Hulu's like, okay, this is a risky thing. The show's been canceled like 3 times before, so obviously the fans don't care about it when it's going on. We only care when it's gone. Where like they may not put that much money towards it. Like that's why I want to really get more of the details about like how much money's going into this. Like if they're putting a lot of money into it and it's just going to one person's pocket, then yeah, pay the actors more.
Yeah.
Like if it's not that big of a budget, like there is at a point that like it may just be worth looking at someone else to be Bender.
Like I'm trying to find right now, and yet again, finding this on the spot is the basically what the budget was for the Animaniacs revival. Because they went ahead and revived the Animaniacs brand new series with them, but everything I'm seeing doesn't have a number for like, hey, this is what we're gonna get with that, and that's already in its in basically its second season, because they had the first season in 2020, second season just started back in November, and I believe has already finished. Let me see. Yeah, that finished because they didn't do like releases, standalone releases. They did it all on the same day. But like you said, Hulu has thrown money at stuff. Netflix has thrown money at stuff. So like, there's a part of me that goes, a show like Futurama, I'm assuming that that Hulu here didn't be like, let's just try to get it as low as possible. Like, these streaming services have money, especially Hulu, who is now backed by Daddy Disney, because you've got the whole Hulu was owned by Fox. Now it's a part of Disney and their whole conglomerate.
Yeah, I think just my whole thing with it is, though, I think when you look at the budget for Animaniacs, they plan on there being multiple seasons for that. But
You don't
Futurama
think
coming
they plan
back
on multiple seasons for Futurama?
I mean, But their business plan that they presented, they literally said like, we're just doing 12 episodes.
Okay.
Or like at first it'll be like it's like the low risk high reward sort of thing
Mm-hmm.
of where like or like it's like like basically it's like that
Yeah.
of where it's like you revive something people eat it up for the nostalgia, like okay, get a quick buck
Mm-hmm.
off of it, and then bada bing bada boom, done.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what they may be going for, and obviously if that's what they're doing, obviously go into things expecting it and wanting it to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, like it's one of those things. Futurama's always been one of those shows. It somehow does better when it's not being made anymore.
Yeah.
Because like if you think about it, it's like I brought up before. It's been canceled 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
No one fucking watched it when it was on.
So who's
Like
gonna watch it now?
yeah, to where it's like okay, like you'll get people to come back for these 12 episodes. Like, are people gonna want more, or is it gonna be a situation like what happened the multiple times before?
Yeah.
Of where like the interest starts off when it comes back, and like 5 episodes in, no one cares about it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just my main thing, and like that's why I'm saying I want to see what their budget is.
Yeah.
The Animaniacs, I think they went into that with a higher budget than what I expect
Mm-hmm.
Futurama to have, literally just because of the fact that they weren't like, yeah, 12 episodes and we're done.
Mm-hmm.
I think with that one, it's like, okay, like put some money towards it, get all those people to come back, get new age people to watch it. Okay, boom. Let's run it the second season if it's received good.
Yeah.
But this one, I don't know if they have that plan or if they have like super long term like design for it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know. Like that's the thing. It's just I'd say if I had to go anywhere with BenderGate, I'm probably just neutral on it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I mean, for me, just my final thought on it is that I don't want to make John look like a bad guy because I don't think. Yet again, I could say I don't think he's a bad guy. Then it comes out that he's a like dirtbag in this whole situation. I don't think that John DiMaggio is trying to be in it just for himself, but there's a part of me that just looks at this and goes, "It don't look right." Like the optics of this could go either way. To where it's like I'm not neutral. I do think that there's a little bit of like maybe like the best thing I've seen is someone on Twitter mapped out like everything all the actors are in, and he's in a lot. Like it makes sense if he wanted to say no, I need more money, because with everything that John DiMaggio is in, his time is valuable. Like everyone's time is valuable, but like when you've got a million things on your plate, just adding another one for and like below your worth, I could respect like okay, I need a little more if this is going to take up more of my time, but like part of me falls like okay, that might be it, but we're using the rest of the cast to kind of make it seem like it's a good thing. But yet again, I don't know. I'm not in the room. I would love to see the offer like you have said also, but moving on, next thing we're going to talk about, Soapy. You wanted to talk about this especially. The Alien movies. I'll be honest, I have not been a huge Alien fan. Not that I've hated them. Just never really watched the Alien movies as a kid. Wasn't really like huge into aliens. Well, FX has given new details about Aliens TV, like an Alien TV series. Teases big surprises. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. FX chief John Landgraf told reporters at the Television Critics Association press tour on Thursday that Hawley will shoot a new season of Fargo, which is just renewed for its 5th season before Alien. We need to shoot Fargo this winter, so we'll be shooting Fargo before Alien, though we have more scripts for Alien than Fargo, Landgraf said. Noah is still writing both right now. As for the Alien storyline, he expressed a mix of previously revealed and new thoughts about the project and confirmed the story will not feature any characters from the franchise's movie, including Ellen Ripley. Soapy, you're the Alien guy. Tell me what you think about this. Let me in on it.
yeah, so one of the main things is I do love the Alien movies. They've always kind of played one of those like major parts in like what got me into horror movies to begin with.
The Alien,
Mind you,
I'm gonna cut you off for 2 seconds. The Alien movie is where I think it's in Spaceballs, where you get like it was the reference like the
where
alien spurted out of his stomach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that basically comes from there. That's known as a chest burster. Basically, that's when the aliens are born.
Okay.
Their gestation period happens inside of a body.
Mm-hmm.
And that basically the way they get out is burst through your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting thing. My main thing is, like, I am happy they're not doing, like, an established character.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fact of where it's, like, it's one of those things that Ripley has such a sentimental value to people because obviously, like, she was one of the first, like, big badass women in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, and the main thing with
What
it was,
her and Sarah Connor, right? It was her and
yeah,
Terminator.
yeah, like, it was, like, really surprising to people. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
holy shit, like, this is a prominent female role that, like,
Yeah.
she looks like a strong woman. And like, and I am happy they're kind of moving away from the established character because, like I said, everyone has sentimental value. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you change a thing about a character, you then go into the absolute shitstorm of like, why'd you change it? You get like those people coming out of the woodwork.
Well, and also you see like how many series have like ended a character's arc and then been like, oh, we want to revive it. Oh, let's bring up a new arc. It's like, no, 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 no. Let that character's story die. Let that, like, every character needs a ending point to where it's like, okay, their story is over.
Yeah, and just the one thing that confuses me, I don't want to say it alarms me, is that this movie is set on Earth, or like this TV show is set on Earth, and that's the only thing that kind of irks me a little bit.
You want it to be in space. You want to go to the aliens' home planet and stuff. Be on its
Yeah, well,
home
not
turf.
so much their home planet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
like
I want
their
to.
home turf.
Yeah, because it's like if you release the aliens on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
Earth is fucked. Like, there's a reason why they blow up everything the fucking alien is on. Like, it's not just like, oh, teehee, it's gone. Like, no, it's never that. It's
No, it
always, oh,
infects
teehee,
and
that
shit.
plane, yeah, teehee, that ship's gone. We had to blow it up,
Yeah.
and one of us has the thing still in us.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like that's just the thing that is really concerning to me. Of where it's like I know like they want to talk about like the politics and stuff like that of it, which basically I think they want to show everyone kind of how Earth is governed by this point, because by this point, Earth is kind of ran by a corporation known as the Weyland-Yutani Company,
Yeah.
which we know they experiment a shit ton with aliens because they're the fucking reason everything goes wrong in every movie.
So that's how the aliens are going to get out, is because of them.
Yeah, it's just my whole thing is like, please, if you're gonna set it on Earth, don't have the aliens be on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have it to where like they're in like an orbital fucking station or something. Do something like that. It's like, please don't do it to where it's like, oh, they're on Earth. It's like, okay, how do we stop them? Earth's a pretty big place to look for an alien.
So, like, you want them to be in space and maybe, like, coming to invade Earth kind of a thing? Like, maybe, like, that's how you go with it?
Oh, it's more of a. I want to have it to where it's like when the alien is there, we are in space. Like, I don't mind if parts of the show are set on Earth and like you're showing how like the Weyland Corporation works. Like, I don't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is just I don't want to see aliens on Earth because they are incredibly hard to contain and they expand like fucking wildfire.
Yeah.
Like, it is literally like every time they will just pump out a fucking queen and the whole planet's done for.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Like, that's why I'm interested in why they're doing Earth, because I think they are going to show a lot of stuff with Wayland. Like, it's just, I mean, please do not put the alien on Earth, please. Because it's also like, to me, I've never been scared in the alien movies when they're on a planet. Because to me, it's like the reason it's not scary at that point is like the claustrophobia in Alien is what gets you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the fact that this thing
You
could
got
be
nowhere to
literally
run.
anywhere.
Yeah, you got nowhere. It's like any great horror film is that, like you said, claustrophobic of like, you know, you're being chased. You feel like you have nowhere to run.
Yeah, it's like you are gonna have to confront this thing at some point.
Yep.
Because it's like aliens are intelligent enough. They're not insanely intelligent, but they are smart enough to be able to kind of figure out how humans work pretty quickly. Or like that's why I want them on a spaceship. I don't want them on a planet because, with the fact of like, for instance, like that's why I think the newest Alien movies aren't scary because they're set on planets. Like for instance, I think it was Prometheus was the most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the surface of a planet and like. Like to me, it's just not scary.
Yeah.
nothing about it is like, oh my god, that's an alien movie. I'm like, oh, the aliens in this movie, that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know they're gonna do more of a like newer style one, and they're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna kind of harp and not harp. They're not gonna like kind of play into like the older style of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to me, it's like, please don't put the aliens on Earth. I don't know how many times I could say it. Just don't,
Yeah.
please. And that's all I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep them away. Just kind of fuck them somewhere else. Put them like on
Yeah.
a space station.
And
Like that's where they experiment.
so the FX, what is it? CEO? Is that what he was? I'm looking back at Chief. The FX chief did even say there are some big surprises in store for the audience. He said, I hope they feel like it's faithful to the franchise they love, but also a brave and original reinvention of that franchise. Setting it on Earth is real interesting. We have to think forward about the future of the planet in terms of the environment, the governance, the technology, and create and design a version of the planet in the future. Noah wants to do that in a distinct and original way. Like, I'm with you though. Like having it on Earth. How many, how many movies about aliens is it? Oh, they attack like Independence Day right away. Boom, about like it's set on Earth. Aliens come to attack. Like, I'm not saying this is going to be bad. I hope it's good for like fans like you, Soapy, that want a good series. I just I don't know also what that big surprise would be. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's set on Earth, what's the big surprise?
I think they're gonna have some weird surprise that the Predator's gonna be in this. I have
Mm-hmm.
some weird feeling because like we've seen the Alien franchise work with the Predator franchise before by the fact of like in like Aliens versus Predator. I forget which fucking one it is.
Yeah.
Like they're in the Arctic
Mm-hmm.
and they find the Predator temple that just fucking got under a bunch of ice.
Mm-hmm.
And then no one questioned why there's a giant cylindrical tube leading down to it. And no one was like, no, 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 that doesn't mean no one's been here.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I think that's just my thing. If the surprise is Predator, please also fucking do Predator right. Don't do the stupid shit the last Predator movie did. If I hear 1 second in here, like, human evolution, I'm turning the goddamn show off.
Human evolution.
Oh, I'm telling you this right now, Ricky. I'll tell you about it after the show, because I
Yeah.
can't talk about it in a nice way.
Okay.
It is, that thing pissed me off so much, because I talked to Sean about this movie. And even Sean admitted, like, that's a bad thing.
So,
Mind you, Sean's
just-
watched like 10 movies in total.
I'm just gonna say this because yet again, white men can't dumb, and I usually say the dumb thing. Didn't that Predator movie have it to where it was like one of the characters had like Down syndrome or something, and like they treated it like autism, and they treated it like that was a superpower? Like, oh, that was the key to defeating the Predator was autism.
Yeah, they were like, oh, autism's the next step in human evolution, and it's like, I doubt that, but I mean, hey, more power to you if you can literally do superhuman level shit that like that kid was doing.
Yeah, I mean, yet again, to each their own. I didn't watch it because that Predator movie did not appease to me, or did not appeal is the word I think I am looking for in that sense. But Soapy, what we're gonna do is, because I'm looking at the clock, we're gonna talk Stranger Things. Sadly, we're gonna move Stranger Things to Monday. That is gonna be a longer conversation that I think Monday can handle that one. However, last thing for the TV, little short thing that is kind of like a mini story, is apparently HBO's Last of Us is not going to air won't premiere in 2022 like originally thought. So this year we will not see it. It was HBO Max Chief Content Officer Casey Boyles told Deadline. He reiterated that the series is still shooting in Canada, which wouldn't make a 2022 premiere feasible. When asked if fans of The Last of Us could expect to watch the show this year, he was quick to confirm that it's not going to air in 2022. The executive also said, I imagine you will see it in 23, while the last sentence makes even a 2023 release seem sketchy. That's probably just a cautionary stance given how things like the pandemic can turn production upside down. Soapy, just the question I want to ask you is, will we even see this in 2023 because of the shit we have going down in Canada? Like, there's the whole trucker thing. There's the whole now. This could be affected by the pandemic stuff that's going on in Canada right there. I don't know why I said the pandemic stuff.
Yeah, pandemic.
That damn pandemic getting everything all messed up here. But like, are you confident we will see The Last of Us in 2023, or will this be like we get it in like 2024 and people go, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get a Last of Us series. I forgot about that."
I think we do get it in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much like the trucking stuff has to do with it. That a lot of that is just more of like
it ain't the
imports and
trucking
exports.
stuff. It's like the pandemic stuff in general could affect it because of vaccinations.
I think the only thing that really affects it, obviously depending on how the studio is handling vaccinations and if people are vaccinated or not taking a stance on it, just saying it.
Yep. Agreed.
But as well as like also, and I fucking knock on wood. Hope to God my dog doesn't bark because I knocked. Hope to God another fucking variant doesn't suplex us out of nowhere. Like, I think that's the only thing.
The Elicron virus?
Yeah.
Joelcron?
Whatever fucking next thing we're about to get in the fucking chain of names that we skipped over a couple because we were like, okay, yeah, let's not call it that. Like, whatever's next in the Greek alphabet is what we're getting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, you know, obviously if something like that happens. Otherwise, I don't think a lot of stuff's really going to delay it. I think it's just, it got initially delayed, obviously, because Corona came out right when it started.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the main thing that pushed it back for quite a bit. And obviously, I think it depends as well of where they're recording it, because I know some states are a lot stricter than others about, like, recording things, especially during the pandemic. So, I think it'll really depend. But, I mean, for the most part, I think we see it in 2023. I don't think right at the start. I think either somewhere in, like, quarter 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think we get it next year.
So, you're saying by, like, spring, summer area is when we might see it.
Yeah, just because then you got a whole year to record. Then, obviously, barring nothing fucking happening. I only know something will happen because I fucking talked about it and I jinx everything in existence.
I'm telling you, I'm so, like, this hurts me mainly because I want to see this series so badly because, Last of Us is one of my favorite games of all time, even though 2 wasn't that good. Still one of my favorite games of all time. Pedro Pascal's amazing. Nick Offerman is going to be amazing as, what's his name? Is it Dale? The fat friend that he's got that, like, has all the explosives. Like, what are you doing that for? Blowing up my explosives, bringing all those zombies over here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good. He's gonna be so good in that role. But like, because I'm so excited, it's like, oh, I wish we could see it. But yet again, I just want it to be good. It's kind of like the stuff that I'm seeing about the Forbidden, Horizon Forbidden West or whatever. Video game.
How that's getting delayed.
Well, apparently it got delayed because they wanted to avoid crunch, Soapy. You know,
hey.
Smart thing. Like, hey, let's avoid crunch. Let's just delay the game.
Oh, crunch.
Drink. We said crunch. Oh man, that water that's been sitting here all day tastes really good. But yeah, it's just one of those things that kind of sucks that we will not get The Last of Us in 2022. Soapy, quick question for you on our sheet, because I think something got messed up. Was it the EA story that you said you wanted? I thought you said you wanted to talk about the Ubisoft story.
No, it was... Yeah, the Ubisoft one was the one I was thinking of, but... I mean, we can do the EA one. I'm fine with shitting on either.
Which one do you want to talk about more?
Let's talk about the Ubisoft one. I can save me making fun of EA for another day, because I do that every day anyway.
I am going to kick this off to you then. You set us up with what the Ubisoft story said, because I don't have the article in front of me, because it got deleted off the sheet.
Yeah, so basically, that means I gotta find the article again. But basically, guys, we're finally getting the game that we were told about 8 years ago. Ubisoft Skull and Bones, that was being created in Ubisoft Asia, I think this was the studio that was working on it.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm kind of paraphrasing while I look for the article.
Here, I got one.
I know it was by PC Gamer, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
the one I've
Okay.
got. There it is. It's
Yep.
in the sheet for you.
Yep. Alright, I got it open. Guys, remember Skull and Bones? Ubisoft. Of course, it has a fucking big word. You choose the article that has the big word in it.
You said PC
Thank God
Gamer,
that's not the
baby.
Wordle. At least it's not the fuck. At least that's not a Wordle word, because
It
I'd be.
can't. It can if it's over 5 letters, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bella Garden Pirate Adventure.
Oh.
I've seemingly been adrift since 2017, but the publisher now reckons it'll definitely reach port sometimes the next fiscal year for real this time. So basically, the article goes on to kind of talk a little bit about how Ubisoft did not reach their financial quota they wanted, especially with the fact that Far Cry 6 and Riders Republic, never even fucking heard of the second one, did not reach the bar set by Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion, which, lo and behold, surprise, surprise, your two biggest games last year pretty much passed your game that like everyone's like, hey, it's the same thing.
Wasn't Riders Republic the bike game?
I don't even fucking know. Your guess is as good as mine.
I think I remember that being... Yeah, it was the bike game. Riders Republic was that... Remember we were watching, like, I think it was an Xbox stream, and it was like the bike game where they were in a
is that the one where like the guy phased through the fucking wall?
Yes. And like
Man.
they were like outdoor biking and shit like that. That's Riders Republic.
God. Yeah, no wonder you didn't meet your fucking quote. I'm phasing through the world while I'm paragliding everywhere.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Yep. Right as you say that, I open up and the fucking stream is paragliding.
Yep. Oh, what a game. Yeah, basically they're talking about just like a lot of like the financial things behind it, of how, they're talking about the next financial quarter, and everything. And that's when they mentioned that the CEO, Frederick Duguid, I'm going to assume that's how you say it. I see accents in the name. Get over it, Frederick. I don't know you. You don't know me. You're not going to listen to this. You're Frederick from this point on.
Get over it, Frederick.
Yeah. He was confident we'll see the release of the long-struggling Skull and Bones, noting that he's very happy with the game's development progress. My main thing with this, and once I kind of get my thoughts, I'm going to bounce it over to you. Yeah. I want to know what type of fucking game we're getting. Because even in this article somewhere, and I think it's a little bit farther down, it literally talks about how this game has changed styles like 4 different times in development.
Yeah.
And obviously, at the very end of the article, it talks about a matter within Ubisoft about how they tend to very much value their French employees, which, hey, shout out the French people. You guys got baguettes and stuff. That's pretty cool. But, it's just with that, they just have a bunch of stuff about how, like, workplace mistreatment. Well, it's Ubi. You're expecting that at this point. But I want to know what type of game we're getting.
Yeah.
Because we've heard it's been like Sea of Thieves, then it was Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and then it was an MMO. I don't know how you fucking jump from Sea of Thieves to Assassin's Creed to fucking MMO. But fuck it, I guess we're here.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember the exact year we heard about this game?
I think it was 2017.
2017. It was, so the gameplay trailer.
At least that's the last time I heard about it.
Yeah, the gameplay trailer I am watching right now is from, let's see, they put this trailer up. Really? Now you're not going to give me a date, YouTube? In June 12th of 2017. June 12th of 2017. So, like, to say it's been a hot minute is an understatement. Like, here's the thing to me, and I said this when I first saw it, I'll say it again, is it's exactly what you said. What game is this going to be? Is it like Sea of Thieves content? Or is it like, because me looking at this, 5-year-old gameplay footage, it looks like the boat battles from Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I fucking hated. Absolutely hated. Take the boat content out of that goddamn game. Because, oh man, when there was that one, what was it, the council, you had to look for like the hooded like figures all over the map. One of them was a pirate on a ship, and they made me do combat, and I was like, oh, you motherfuckers. Oh, you motherfuckers knew what I didn't want to do. So like, so yeah, I mean, I don't like boat content. Like, not content, combat, I should say. Sea of Thieves is different because that's what friends, like, if this is going to be with friends and you're playing alongside and it's just more of a realistic version of Sea of Thieves, all right, maybe I can jump into it. But, like,
You want to boat drift with me while I shit talk people on a microphone they can't
dude,
even hear me through?
when we played Sea of Thieves, that was so much fucking fun. I still have, Soapy, I still have it.
I did
Arrgh,
find the
I mean, the
pirate hat.
feather's a little
I
low
did
now,
find the
latte.
cowboy hat, by
I
the
don't
way, but
know.
I don't want to go get it.
Yeah, I don't know why I became a Scottish pirate there. Oh, latte. The feather be low, but the heart be strong. Go to the seven seas, we'd go. Yeah, no, I still have it. I still have the hat. It sits here. Quality in the feather, not the best with it, but hey, you live and you learn, and you get a better hat next time. That's what you get, Ricky. But like, dude, I'll be honest. I don't know what to fucking think. Like you said, kick it over to me for thoughts. I literally have none because it's like this game. It kind of falls into that territory of like, will this game fail because nobody knows what to expect from it upon release?
I think it's also just this game. It's giving me massive, and I know obviously it's not been in development as long as this game.
Yeah.
This is giving me massive Duke Nukem vibes.
Yep.
Of where Duke Nukem changed so many fucking times. It was in development hell. Couldn't finish a part of a project.
Yep.
There were problems at the studio. Like, is this going to be this generation's Duke Nukem? Besides, we don't have standards because it's not Duke Nukem.
I mean, it could. You're absolutely right. I didn't even think about that. Like, it could definitely be Duke Nukem.
Yeah, like, I know it's a lot of people would be like, well, no, like, Cyberpunk, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's the biggest letdown. The only thing is, though, like, I mean, with Cyberpunk, we kind of expected it to be a letdown when we knew this started to be crunch. But, you know, with this one, it's like, we've heard this game change 4 separate times. That gameplay trailer isn't even what the final gameplay is anymore. That's from, like, the second version.
I'll ask you, do you want it to be like Sea of Thieves, or do you want it to be different than Sea of Thieves?
I want it to be different, because I think it's something of...
Do you want it to be multiplayer or single player?
I kind of hope it has a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think my main thing is, like, it says Pirate Sim, so it's like, okay, like, I'm not expecting, like, a Port Royale type of game where, like, I gotta manage ports. I don't want to fucking do that. That's a logistical nightmare. But...
So he's like, arrgh, I want to be like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like, I don't want it to kind of dip its toes into the Sea of Thieves realm, and it's just because the fact of, like, Sea of Thieves, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the game's kind of dead.
You think so?
Or, like, I mean, yeah, I barely see anyone on it anymore.
Soapy's like, we're barely on it, bro.
I mean, well, not even just we, but, like, a lot of people aren't.
Yeah.
But, that's just kind of my thing with it, of, like, games like that don't last long if you don't have constant community support. And knowing fucking Ubisoft, we get, like, 2 updates a year, they'd be like, guys, we fixed the flag. And people are like, hey, my ship fucking slipped through the goddamn water. What do I do now? And I'm like, oh, suck shit, loser. So, like, that's just my whole thing. I hope it leans more on, like, an MMO side. MMO, air quotes are on MMO.
MMO.
Like, that's the thing. I just hope it leans more towards that and not towards the, like, hey, Sea of Thieves, here you go, buddy. Here's, like, your 3 updates a year that's not going to improve the game.
No, it's just like this game, the only thing I hate about it is, like, I want to be like, yes, this is what it's going to be, but, like, you can't because of how long it's been since anyone has even said anything about it. And I'll be completely honest, I'm not very hyped. Like, I don't want to say I'm not very hyped for it. Maybe that's not the right words, but, like, it's hard to maintain. It's hard to maintain hype, and it's hard to get hype back after you've lost it. We've seen it time and time again, numerous times. I remember when we used to do Too Old to Game. Mark would bring it up all the time. Once you have that hype, you got to deliver. You have to deliver. You might get 1 delay, maybe 2 if you're lucky. But, like, after a while, once you've lost that hype, it's near impossible to get it back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that has definitely happened with this game, of where, like, when I saw the name, I had to do a double take. I'm like, huh?
You're
I'm
like, is that the same
Ubisoft's
game we
Halloween
saw?
game?
Is that the same one we saw?
Yeah, because I remember when it was coming out, like when it got announced, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm like, cool, I'm like more pirate games. Because I like pirate games. I like being a pirate in games. What a shock.
You want to be Jack
Everyone likes
Sparrow? It's
pirates.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with Jack Sparrow, besides the fact that people say Johnny Depp killed pirates. But hey,
Yeah.
besides Pirates of the Caribbean, one of the biggest movies of all time, so stop the goddamn slander against Johnny Depp.
Who was his girlfriend that played Mira in Aquaman? What was her name?
I don't know.
The one that fucking like fed him pills and shit that he probably shouldn't have had.
Oh, are you talking about like the real life situation?
Yeah, what was her name?
Isn't it like Amber Heard?
Amber Heard, that's it. Yeah, I mean, people can say Johnny Depp nearly killed pirates. Amber Heard nearly killed Johnny Depp. So like, there's worse things. Soapy. That's what I was gonna say. That's where I was gonna go with that because I think Johnny Depp's got enough shit going on in his life that he doesn't have to worry about killing pirates. Soapy.
I
Soapy's like, I get away from this.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I could have said the wrong fucking name for all I know, and now
No,
we just
Amber
drag
Heard. You're
Amber
right.
Heard.
Amber Heard's right. You're. After you said that, it sparked. I was like, yes, that is her. You're right. Thank you. But
Okay.
continue.
I had to make sure I didn't just like drag Amber Heard into this absolute nonsense.
No. Everyone's probably gonna boycott the next Aquaman because they didn't fire her from her role. I probably will not be that because I love DC and I need to support my DC movies, even though I stand with Johnny Depp.
Oh, it is what it is. Yeah, like I don't know. It's just like I like pirate games and I want this to be good. The only problem is one, it's Ubisoft.
Yeah.
I have no fucking faith in Ubisoft anymore.
Yep.
Like they're one of those companies where, like, don't get me wrong, I know people like Valhalla wasn't personally for me, but I mean, hey, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it turns out like Extinction and fucking stinks.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So that's all I got for it.
So we're gonna do the movie stuff. We had 2 movie topics. We're gonna kick those to Monday as well. Because we are running low on time and Soapy and I have to get to D&D. But this is where we kick the questions off to you. Let us know what you guys think down below in that comment section. Also, if you want to talk to us, you can talk to us on Twitter at Ricky Widmer and at Muffin Soapy. You can go ahead and join the Discord.
Soapy. Don't forget
the Muffin under. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you're going to lead them to some random Muffin Soapy out there that's going to be so confused.
Just like for
why am I getting asked Twitter questions?
a half of your podcast, I had the wrong Twitter handle for Johnny up there.
I mean, hey, I get to join an illustrious group of wrong Twitter handles. Actually, never mind. It is just solely Muffin Soapy. I thought I had an underscore.
Told you. I know your fucking Twitter handle better
Okay.
than you do, buddy.
Well, okay, no. See, to be fair, my name on Twitter is Soapy_Muffin.
It's the Twitter handle has no underscore though.
I know.
White men are really dumb in today. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, see, we're really setting the namesake up for failure.
Yeah, Ricky at Ricky Widmer is mine. At Muffin Soapy is Soapy's, or you can join the Discord. That link down below in the description. If you want to support us, patreon.com/MVPvids. You can also subscribe to us and hit that notification bell and that like button to stay in tune with everything that's going on here at MVP Entertainment. Want to thank Soapy for an amazing show. Want to thank you guys for watching and listening. Yet again, comment down below. Soapy and I will be back Monday, so have a great weekend. It is President's Day, Soapy, so it's going to be a very presidential Monday show, but we will be back on Monday. You guys have a great weekend, and as always, have a good day, everybody.
How do we make this presidential?